The Young and the Restless spoilers. Welcome back to the channel, you gorgeous drama-obsessed icons. Today is a beautiful, chaotic day to dive headfirst into the absolute madness of our favorite town. And we have so much to unpack that I am practically vibrating. Grab your iced coffees and strap in, because we are going off the rails today. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing right now. I am literally shaking. Wait, we need to talk about this now, because my soul has actually left my body and is currently floating somewhere above the Genoa City Athletic Club. I am filming this while I am literally running errands, holding a half-melted iced matcha, and I don't even care who is staring at me in this parking lot because the tea I am about to spill is straight up radioactive. I was mid-skincare last night. Literally had a charcoal mask smeared all over my face, and when this scene played out, I yeeted my phone across the room. It bounced off a throw pillow and hit the wall, but I didn't even care because I was screaming into the void. Besties, be for real right now. We all knew Jill Abbott was a menace, but what just went down is genuinely the most insane, world-ending tea ever. I cannot even process the sheer audacity of these people. My brain is visibly buffering. We are not just watching this show anymore, we are invested. I am personally attacked, offended, and totally living for the absolute cinematic mayhem that just unfolded. Wait, backtrack for a second, I missed a step. Let me catch my breath because I am literally hyperventilating right now. Okay, so basically, we have to look at the absolute train wreck that is Sally Spectra and Billy Abbott. Did I say that yet? My brain is mush. Moving on. These two were supposed to be getting married. Like, legit. Walking down the aisle, tying the knot, happily ever after vibes. And on top of that, Sally is pregnant. She is carrying Billy's baby, which, given her utterly devastating history with losing baby Ava, should be this beautiful, protected, sacred moment. But no. This is Genoa City, where happiness goes to die and be resurrected as a corporate lawsuit. Sally is pregnant, vulnerable, and just trying to figure out what to do with this baby in her life. And instead of being wrapped in bubble wrap and fed grapes, she is being subjected to the most unhinged psychological warfare from none other than Jill Abbott. And don't even get me started on the vibes Jill is bringing to this situation. She is officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done with her. Jill is straight up acting like a mob boss. She has made it her personal mission to completely block this wedding and pressure Sally into backing off. Jill is relentlessly bullying a pregnant woman. Who does that? I mean, I know it's Jill, and her blazers are always impeccably tailored. Side note, did you see that emerald green lapel she was wearing? Genuinely obsessed with the tailoring, but I digress. But her behavior is so toxic. She is constantly in Sally's face, making her feel like absolute garbage, telling her she's not good enough for the Abbott family, and basically trying to force her to retreat into the shadows. Sally is sitting there hormonal, terrified, and feeling so incredibly sorry for herself. My heart is literally breaking into a million tiny, jagged pieces for her. I am genuinely spiraling over Sally's choices and her isolation right now. She is so alone. Billy, bless his heart, is basically as useful as a screen door on a submarine. He's standing there, probably chewing on the inside of his cheek the way he always does when he's stressed, which is honestly so unhinged. Like, buy some gum? My guy. And he is doing absolutely nothing to stop his mother from steamrolling his pregnant fiancée. Sally is crying. She is feeling completely marginalized. And she is asking herself, what do I do with this baby? How do I bring a child into this toxic wasteland of a family? I was literally clutching my chest, screaming at the screen, Sally, run! Get in your car and drive to Los Angeles. But she's stuck. She's trapped in this Abbott web of despair, and Jill is just tightening the silk threads, ready to devour her. Wait, hold on, I should have mentioned this earlier, but you have to understand the sheer level of despair before the universe decided to intervene. Sally was at her lowest point. We are talking rock bottom, mascara running down her face, staring into the middle distance, contemplating her entire existence. The lighting in that scene, by the way, genuinely cinematic. It was giving moody, French indie film realness. But just when you think Sally is going to pack her bags and surrender to Jill's tyrannical demands, just when you think the villain arc is about to go nuclear and Jill is going to win, boom. The universe says, hold my iced coffee, because someone heard the distress signal. Someone got the memo that Sally Spectra was being bullied. And that someone is none other than her biological father. You guys, the doors to the athletic club flew open. I am not exaggerating when I say I stopped breathing. Send help. My soul has actually left my body. Sally's dad has officially arrived in Genoa City, and he did not come to play games. He didn't come to take a tour of Chancellor Park or get a stale croissant at Crimson Lights. He came for blood. He heard his little girl was being pushed around by some wealthy, snobby matriarch, and he booked the first flight out to humble these people. When he walked through those doors, the sheer masculine, protective dad energy radiating off of him was enough to shatter the crystal chandeliers. I am literally vibrating just thinking about it. He looked around that room, locked eyes on Jill and Billy, and you could just see the absolute fury burning in his retinas. Let's just dissect the walk for a second, because we are dissecting this tea with absolute cinematic mayhem. The stakes are astronomical. Every step he took across that dining room floor sounded like a drumbeat of doom. Thud. 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 The background extras were literally freezing in place. Wait, did anyone else notice the waiter in the background holding a tray of martinis? He literally froze like a statue with his mouth open. I need to know his name. He deserves an Emmy for that background acting. Anyway, snapping back to the main tea, he marched straight over to the Abbott table, where Jill was probably mid-sentence, delivering another one of her condescending monologues about legacy and wealth, and Billy was just sitting there looking like a scolded golden retriever. Sally's dad didn't even introduce himself. He didn't say, hello, I'm Mr. Spectra. No. He just stood there, towering over them like an avenging angel of vengeance. And then it happened. Stop what you are doing. This is the moment my charcoal mask cracked because my jaw dropped so hard. Sally's dad, without a single ounce of hesitation, reached down, grabbed a full, ice-cold glass of water from the table, and straight up threw it right into Jill Abbott's face. Splash. You guys, I am deceased. I literally had to pause the TV and walk around my living room 3 times to process the sheer audacity. He watered Jill like she was a dying houseplant. The ice cubes literally bounced off her perfectly blown-out hair. It was a direct hit. Bestie, be for real right now. Have we ever seen Jill Abbott get humbled like this in public? The water dripped down her designer blazer. Her mascara, which is definitely waterproof because she's rich, but still was glistening. The gasp that left her mouth? She looked like a cat that just got pushed into a bathtub. It was the most insane, unfiltered, chaotic moment of television I have witnessed in my entire life. I was screaming. My neighbors probably thought I was being murdered, but I was just witnessing a psychological masterpiece. He threw the water with such precision, such venom, such absolute do not mess with my daughter energy that I am genuinely considering framing a screenshot of it and hanging it above my bed. Jill was sputtering, literally gasping for air, trying to find a napkin, and he didn't even blink. He just stared her down and basically told her that her reign of terror is over. He told her that nobody, and he meant nobody, bullies his daughter and gets away with it. He dragged her so hard she is officially on my do not perceive list. He told her that all her money and all her legacy mean absolutely nothing to him, and if she ever speaks to Sally with anything less than absolute respect again, she is going to have a lot more than water thrown at her. The absolute unhinged prophecy of it all. I am calling it. This man is about to become the most iconic character of the decade. Did I say that yet? Ugh, my brain is mush. Moving on, he is an absolute legend. But wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. Because he wasn't done. Oh no, the Dad of the Year was just getting warmed up. After absolutely destroying Jill's dignity and her blowout, he slowly turned his head to look at Billy. Billy, who was probably trying to melt into the upholstery of the dining chair. Billy, who is supposed to be Sally's fiancé and the father of her child. Sally's dad leaned in, getting right up in Billy's personal space, like dangerously close. You could probably smell the tension, and he unleashed the most terrifying threat I have ever heard on daytime television. He pointed a finger squarely at Billy's chest and straight up verbally eviscerated him. He told Billy that if he doesn't step up, if he doesn't grow a spine and protect Sally from his wicked mother, there will be hell to pay. He basically said, you are supposed to be her man. You are supposed to be the father of this baby. Act like it, or I will remove you from the equation permanently. I was hyperventilating. Billy looked like he was about to cry. And honestly, same. The sheer gravity of this man's protective rage was so potent, I felt intimidated through the screen. He told Billy that Sally is not some stray dog they can kick around. She is a spectra, and she has a father who will burn Genoa City to the ground to keep her safe. And where was Sally during all this? Probably watching from afar, or maybe she was just feeling the cosmic shift in the universe. I can only imagine the absolute vindication she is going to feel when she finds out her dad just publicly drowned her biggest hater. By the way, did I mention the background music during this scene? It was this low, pulsing, almost horror movie synth beat that just added to the absolute cinematic mayhem. It was giving major, the villain arc is about to go nuclear vibes, and I am so here for it. I am manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update. Like, I genuinely want to see Jill try to retaliate and just get completely shut down again by this absolute unit of a father. I am so deep in the lore right now that my grip on reality is slipping. Will Sally's dad change the game? Yes. 1,000,000 times yes. He just completely flipped the power dynamic of the entire Abbott family. Jill thought she held all the cards because she has the money and the influence, but she forgot one crucial thing. You do not mess with a desperate, protective parent. Sally's dad just proved that he is the ultimate wild card. He doesn't care about their social standing. He doesn't care about Chancellor Winters or Jabot. He only cares about his pregnant daughter, and that makes him the most dangerous man in town. I am genuinely obsessed with this entire narrative shift. Now the ball is entirely in Billy's court. Is he going to finally stand up to his mommy? Is he going to protect his pregnant fiancée and prove to his terrifying new father-in-law that he is worthy? Or is he going to fold like a cheap lawn chair? Knowing Billy, it could go either way, which is honestly so unhinged. But with Sally's dad breathing down his neck, Billy has no room for error. If he messes this up, he isn't just going to lose Sally. He's going to face the wrath of a man who throws water on billionaires for sport. And honestly, if Billy drops the ball on this, I might just have to throw water on him myself. I am physically vibrating from the sheer audacity of this entire saga. This specific betrayal and redemption arc has personally attacked my soul in the best way possible. I am clutching my chest because I am literally too unwell to handle the gravity of these events. This situation is now my entire personality, and I am not okay. I need the next episode immediately, or I am going to march down to the CBS studios and demand answers. Manifesting absolute chaos. Besties. Send help. Send a towel for Jill and send a spine for Billy. I am out.